Hey yo, this is your man Wordsmith, aka the one with that classical flow, and right now I'm chilling in the basement in the studio with the Hip Hop Digest show. And y'all know what it is, they give you nothing but them exclusive bangers, nothing but that real hip hop. They dusting off the vinyl in here. You know what, matter of fact, I ain't gonna say no more. I wasted enough of y'all time. All you need to know, it's Hip Hop Digest, man. Digest, man. Digest, man. Digest, man. Digest, man. Digest, man.
Now look, you came and recruited me, man. You disappoint me, brother. You disappoint me.
The disappointment here is you.
Me? Yes! Look, you know who I am. You know me 30 years. You knew what I would do. You know how I
Nigga,
operate.
can you keep quiet? The fact is, you're screwing up. You're alienating everybody. Look at you. You have no life. Your wife left you. I ought to walk out on you myself.
Well, go ahead. Bail the hell on out.
But I said I would back you up.
That's what you said, Frank. That's what you said.
Brother, I will go through the fire with you. But you are not taking care of business. This shit you're pulling now, you're just going plain loco.
Welcome to the Hip Hop Digest Show with your man, DJ King Killer.
Don't forget about your boy, Kurt G.
And of course, Zo Grigio. What's up, brothers?
What's good?
What's up, man? You know, that shit sounds like Crisco grease or something. Can you get cholesterol from that shit?
From Ezo Grigio or Hollywood Greasy?
Oh, Hollywood Greasy, yeah.
Don't put that shit in your drains, my nigga. It might clog them up. Don't do that shit.
That's what's up. Yo, let's get into the show proper. First, I'm going to start the show off with the unusual, because we never really started off with rest in peace, but we got a couple of people who passed away, and we want to acknowledge the gods this week. First off is Robert Guillaume, the star of the show from the 70s. Was that 70s? Benson?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
But
sir.
he really started the situation before that. He had several guest appearances on a lot of things, including Good Time, The Jeffersons, Sanford and Son, Saved by the Bell, all of that, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, A Different World. So he made guest appearances and all that. But where he really made his money, where he really came into focus, is his ABC series where he played a butler, a series called Soap. I don't know if any of y'all remember that.
I barely remember that.
Soap was crazy.
My grandparents used to watch that.
Soap ended with the main character getting taken away by a UFO, my nigga. I used to watch that shit.
Damn, you got details.
All right, that's
Yes,
what's
sir.
up.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, they spun that series off, and Guillaume continued the role on the spin-off series called Benson from 1979 to 1986. Now, let me tell you something. He played the butler, but he didn't play the fool.
He wasn't the butler.
Nah.
Right.
He took it back to the Shakespearean thing or whatever, where the jester was actually a smart motherfucker because he had to keep himself alive by keeping the people laughing.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. So we want
Teaching
to...
lessons here, my nigga.
I'm saying.
Little bit.
I'm saying. So we definitely want to give a huge shout out, rest in peace to Robert Guillaume. And the next person, rest in peace, is the god next to the god, Fats Domino. He's beyond. Because, you know, I'm going to tell you something, man. Fats Domino, he's one of them guys that came into music at a time when African Americans didn't have a choice. Okay? For the most part.
Right.
But he was right up there. If there was no Elvis Presley, they would be calling Fats Domino the king of rock and roll. For the following reasons. During his career, Domino sold more than 65 million records.
Wow.
And he had 30 physicals. And he had 35 records in the U.S. Billboard Top 40. And 5 of his pre-1955 records sold more than 1 million copies. Gotta love that. You know, between 1955 and 1960, he had 11 top 10 hits. Bodak that.
Wow, there we go.
Here we go again.
So I'm just saying, she got one hit.
That's the new name for Cardi B, Bodak.
Yeah, just in case you didn't know.
Hey, she got
You
one.
can get the Bodak.
Oh, shit.
You know, I'm just saying, she got one hit record. Congratulations.
She riding the hell out that joy, son.
Hey, no doubt. Anyway, speaking of Elvis Presley had to actually give up some props. Okay, in a 1957 interview, a lot of people seem to think Elvis said, a lot of people seem to think that I started this business, but rock and roll was here a long time before I came along. Nobody can sing the music like colored people. That back then we was colored.
We was colors.
He said, but let's face it, I can't sing like Fats Domino. You know what I mean? So he had to give up props. You know, he knew what time it was. Fats Domino was that man. You know, and he also gave up props during the end of the concert in Las Vegas, 1969. A reporter asked him or referred to him, Elvis Presley, you're the king.
Motherfuck him and John Wayne.
Anyway, Elvis Presley pointed toward the crowd, pointed at Fats Domino, who was in the crowd. He was like, no, the real king of rock and roll is right over there. And he pointing to Fats Domino. So, you know, rest in peace, man, to you know, one of the gods of the gods, you know, Fats Domino.
Yes, no doubt.
Salute to both of those gentlemen that have moved on.
No doubt. And also, we want to give a special shout out to Combat Jack, who was diagnosed with some serious cancer. Yo, I'm gonna say it, it's us, his podcast, and the whole podcast community. Yo, we certainly, we praying for him, praying for his recovery, and we certainly want to give it a big shout out and acknowledgement to you.
Yes.
Fuck cancer.
My man.
Cancer.
My man. Indeed. So let's get into the meat of the show. First topic on the Hip Hop Digest is the new Migos, Nicki Minaj and Bodak.
You mean those people?
That single, Motorsport, came out this week. And I got 2 questions for Kurt G.
Oh, shit. Not about my peoples.
B, the first question
all right.
is, will they do this record in 20 years? And the second question is, do you like it?
When they do this record in 20 years, if it becomes a big hit, I say yes. Because I like that slippery. Excuse me, please me. That joint's hot to me. So they might do that. Okay.
No, hold on.
Let me answer the second question.
Okay, go ahead.
Do I like it? Yes, I like the track. And that nigga ain't saying shit. He's just repeating the lyrics over and over again. I sound like an old Bobby Brown record. Every little step I take, repeating the same shit over and over again. And I know that's disrespectful to Bobby Brown fans, but it just sounds like a repeating of the same lyrics over and over again.
So let me ask you a question. Quickly, when we're talking about Motorsport, right?
Yes.
Okay, no doubt. But I got some advice for them little niggas.
Not some advice.
I got some advice, yeah. I got some advice because last week when we talked about them, and we got into a little back and forth on that last week, but this is the key thing. One of the things I took away from is that last week they were talking about being around for 20 years, right?
Yep.
You know, long-term career, Jay-Z type career, right?
401k shit.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm gonna talk about one of them little niggas, Offset. He proposed to Bodak live on stage and gave her a 8-carat diamond ring.
That's a lot of money.
So, diamond ring prices range anywhere from $12,000 to $185,000 per carat, depending on what he bought her. But we're not really gonna talk about that. What I want to talk about is the diminishing returns on investment.
Oh shit!
And my advice to those little niggas is, you need to ask your management.
Not all of them, just that one nigga.
Okay, well, ask your management. Well, they can all use this advice.
Oh, okay.
They can all use this advice. They need to ask their management about a couple of things, okay? They need to talk about asset allocation. Because
Assets
right now,
for Offset.
that motherfucking 8-carat ring is a bad investment. Would you agree with that, Swerve?
Hell yeah, because I mean, it's a bad investment for him. Might be a good one for her.
She can resell that.
So I know but I'm just saying, I only say that because they've been talking about that 20-year jump off. They need to be talking to their management about buying some Berkshire Hathaway stock. That's that Warren Buffett money. He ain't gonna lose no goddamn money. You know what I mean? Or maybe, they want to get into some treasury bills, some T-bills, if you will. That's maybe a good sound investment or whatever. Maybe they don't want to take a lot of risk, just some mutual funds, and then maybe back that up with a little bit of index funds. I'm just saying, it's just King Killer's personal advice to the Migos. The one cat who's buying an 8-carat ring, good luck to you. But the other little nigga, hey, I'm just saying, you're talking that 20-year shit.
I'm not gonna even pay attention to that right now because they supposedly just said that shit about 20 years last week or recently, right?
Right.
So, I mean, I don't think it's a switch they're gonna hit all of a sudden and be Warren Buffett and shit. Not even Jay-Z did that.
No, I'm not saying,
I
but
still my money in the long run is still on them niggas ain't gonna be around nowhere in 20 years. So whatever.
And that's probably a good sound investment. I probably would have bet on these niggas not being around in 20 years. I'd put me some money on that shit. I ain't even gonna front.
Their music will be around.
Their music gonna be around, but them niggas ain't gonna be around. I'd put some good money on that myself. I wouldn't probably lose no money.
So anyway, but that's all I'm saying. When they ain't talking that J game, let's talk that J game. Let's talk that portfolio game. What did Jay say? I'm trying to give you $1 million worth of game for $9.99. Come on, B.
Maybe they took some of that advice.
Hey.
Maybe they do it. Maybe they do have some Berkshire Hathaway stock.
8-carat ring, my nigga.
They might have some Berkshire stock somewhere hidden away we don't know nothing about.
Yeah, they might have some T-bills.
They might have some.
No doubt.
He got enough to buy an 8-carat ring. Because you remember when Kobe fucked up, he bought a 5-carat ring, remember?
Yeah, I know, right?
They up in the game out this joint. I ain't never gonna do that.
All right.
Here go your Cracker Jack ring. Let's do this.
Do you love me or do you love my money?
Right.
So, all right. Well, let's just move on from them. I just wanted to say I was last week when I was talking about a new record, and next week here we are. So that's what's up. Next topic on the Hip Hop Digest. Don't worry about it. It ain't that important. Next record. Next record.
Next record on the Hip Hop Digest is Bodak. Bodak's new song featuring Nicki Minaj.
Anyway, next topic on the Hip Hop Digest is Triple X Tac Ion. Somebody sent me how to pronounce that, but it's just too fucked up. I can't do it. Anyway,
the shit that he's doing is fucked up, so you don't need to pronounce his name right.
Okay, well, let's get in. He claims he's quitting the rap game and that he's terminating his $6 million deal. There's something wrong with that young man, and I hope that he gets some help. And my concern for him is the same concern I got for DMX, is the same concern I got for Lil Wayne. He clearly needs somebody and some people in his life.
Yes.
To do him a serious solid. Okay? This just goes beyond money and joking. This young man got some serious issues, and that's beyond his court cases. So now, even though a Capitol Records spokesman they didn't want to confirm if he terminated his deal or not, but your boy Tenion says that he's quitting the rap game altogether. I think the young man's got a smidgen of talent. Whether he can capitalize on it, who knows? But I'm just saying, $6 million, that's a good amount of guap. And for whatever problems he got, I'm wondering, Gene, what do you think? Does he got somebody in his corner who's really helping him?
I don't know if he has people in his corner that's really helping him. Maybe they might have told him that, you know what, taking this deal right now with all this court problems you got is not a good thing because these people are going to want you to put out some product. They want you to do something for that money. So you probably shouldn't do that right now until this case is over. Then maybe if the deal's still available, you could take it. So that's what I'm thinking the advice was for him. Because right now, taking that deal, they're going to want him to put out some records. And he got to deal with this court case. He need to be dealing with that first.
Right. And then, the people in the court case, of course, at some point in time, they're going to put a suit against him and his money.
Exactly. And that $6 million is going to count against that.
Right. So
6 million ways to die. Choose one.
Ooh, he got one too.
Man, that's for sure. So anyway, shout out to him, man. I have generally concern for this gentleman in the same way, just like them other cats I mentioned, that he's got some serious things going on with him. So anyway, let's move on to the next topic on the Hip Hop Digest show. And this topic comes kind of right off the text chain. I'm going to give a shout out to all my brothers on the text chain because they provide excellent show topics. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, were they talking about last week? Did we talk about this nigga last week too as well? This nigga Russ?
I don't remember Russ.
This rap guy, Russ, he's from Jersey.
No, we didn't talk about him.
Okay, and he lives in Atlanta. Anyway, make a long story short, he dissed Joe Buddens. Okay? And that seems to be the new thing for young guys. Joe Buddens is that easy turkey. We're going to go ahead and diss him. So he dissed Joe Buddens. Not too much of a back and forth or whatever. But the key thing about him is that the title is Russ is Relevant, not on just hip hop and Twitter. The data proves it. So this nigga Rush, apparently, this nigga has gold and platinum records to his name. Now, I personally never heard of him, but he's huge on Twitter. and he makes a lot of outlandish comments and a lot of outlandish statements on Twitter. And then obviously dissing Joe Buddens got him the attention of me, King Killer. So I'm like, what the fuck is all the fuss about this nigga Russ? So I get on the web, I listen to about 6 Russ joints, okay? There's a couple of things with this nigga, okay? First of all, I think he's super average. Okay.
Now, wait a minute, nigga. You're gonna have to explain this. There's below average, there's average, and then there's super average?
Yeah, he's super average in the fact that first of all, he's not a mumble rapper, okay?
Okay.
And he does have bars, okay? But he's really the son of the Maple Leaf.
Wow.
And I'm thinking Maple Leaf fans or the Maple Leaf himself is gonna want somebody to pay some goddamn respect.
Want some respect on his name?
I'm just saying because, yeah, he dissed Joe, but this particular guy dissed Joe Buddens, okay? I never even heard of this nigga. But I get on the thing, I do my due diligence, I listen. I mean, I see he's got platinum records. It also proves a couple of things. You don't, number one, and this goes to every underground nigga and veterans alike, you do not have to sell your ass to sell records in this economy. There's plenty of money out there for everyone. But back to this cat Russ. I'm gonna say it again. He's super average. He's okay. You know what I mean? But I don't think he's a standout. If anything, he's the son of the Maple Leaf.
So we're not talking about the hockey team either.
Talking about the one.
The six god.
I'm not gonna call him that.
No, he's definitely not that.
So my question to you,
Shout
gentlemen.
out to Socrates.
No doubt. My question to you, gentlemen, is number one, the young boys who are now dissing Buddens, and after listening to this cat Russ, he doesn't want that work. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that right now.
No, he can't handle that work.
He doesn't want that Buddens work, but it's a badge of honor to diss Joe Buddens. Why is that?
Because he has a show, and if he mentions their name on his show, they get some pub off of that shit.
No, what did they say about that? Controversy is good for business.
And yes, it is.
And let me tell you something. This cat Russ did make that work for him because he made the digest. I listened to his music. I don't know what to say other than the Maple Leaf is going to want a tribute at some point.
Wow.
Wow.
So you know I don't listen to Drake. So why would I even want to listen to somebody who you're saying is the son of?
That's who he is. That's what he is. That's what he does. That's all.
Yeah, then I'm not missing none of that then either.
No, this isn't required. No, let me tell you something. This is not required listening to.
Well, I wasn't going to do it anyway.
I
got one bad habit already. I don't need another one.
You might want to just listen for fiduciary purposes as far as the show, just to get an idea. But
Okay, I'll listen to what somebody sent on the chain. I'll check that out there.
So, but anyway, it's a shout out to the brothers on the digest who's talking about this cat Russ, and it does prove that all publicity is good publicity in his case. So, next topic on the Hip Hop Digest is Let the Veterans In.
Uh-oh.
Yes, sir.
We letting the veterans in this week?
We got 2 Let the Veterans In.
I hope it's DMX. You mentioned X earlier.
It is not DMX.
Damn.
It is Snoop Dogg with the Make America Crip Again EP, which
I saw that. I didn't listen to it.
Which is available in full on Spotify.
I saw it, but I didn't listen. Since that, I'm gonna tell you, be straight up, Snoop. I haven't listened to no Snoop in a minute because he's disappointed me way too many times.
Well, you better get your bib ready, nigga. Cause what they gonna serve you is gonna be disappointing. You may have to spit it out a little.
I'm not listening there.
Well,
thank you for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know.
I listened to the whole EP this morning, the pre-show. I mean, come on. There's one record on there I do like. It's a record. It's called Fly Away. It's somebody singing. I don't know if it's Snoop on the vocoder or this guest nigga. Snoop's not rapping, and that's the record I like.
Damn.
That's the highlight.
Sexual seduction.
Yeah, Snoop has disappointed me way too often.
Way too many times, B.
I wouldn't even check for that, B.
I don't be checking for him
And
like that.
overnight, to let the veterans in, the Lox drop a surprise EP called, what is that shit? For No Reason, as on 30-second snippets are available on Tidal, unless you got the full $9.99. What
So
kind
See, I'm interested in that only for the fact that you said the Lox. Not if you'd have said just Jay the Kiss, I might have been like, I don't know. But you said the Lox.
This is the Lox.
I'm a little interested.
This is the Lox, my nigga.
So what did that sound like, B? What did it sound like?
Well, boy.
Man.
Oh, no, it's not a good week for the veterans? Not a good week for the veterans.
See, I'm gonna tell you both LPs, and this is word. One of the things that hip hop culture has done that I think it's a bad thing is artists producing themselves.
Oh, the Lox producing their own beats?
Not just beats. It goes beyond beats. I'm talking about we in hip hop don't have generally a Quincy Jones style of producer to tell you how to sing the harmony part, to arrange shit, sequencing the whole shit. We don't have that in hip hop, and that leaves the artists, at least guys like Snoop, and guys like the Lox, doing it themselves. And I believe that the best results do not come of that.
But hip hop's always been like that, I think. From the beginning. I mean, it's always been niggas just rhyming over beats, and there's really only producers is in like R&B and other types of music. So the producer in hip hop really is not a producer per se, like you would see Quincy Jones being. He ain't making the music, telling niggas how to rhyme their lyrics. Only Dr. Dre or somebody like that is doing that type of shit.
I'm going to disagree, because I believe the most notable recordings in hip hop, and this is going back to taking it back to Run DMC, because Run DMC did not produce themselves. There was DMX was in the lab, or even Russell back in his production days used to be a little bit of a producer. You know what I'm saying? Rick Rubin.
Rick Rubin's definitely on it.
You know what I'm saying? Larry Smith. So even back to Run DMC, I think all the notable recordings have excellent producers in there. You just mentioned Dr. Dre and all the classics, but that's Dr. Dre. He's telling every last one of them niggas in NWA and beyond how to rhyme, what to rhyme. Well, not really what to rhyme, but how to enunciate and what part, you know what I'm saying? He puts all the parts together, you know? There's a lot of notable recordings. Outkast, they're back to back. Aquemini and Stankonia, Organized Noise. Come on.
But you're only naming a few people.
Well, I'm naming notable.
Hip-hop, it's not like it's in R&B and in other forms of music, rock music or whatever. The producer, this is always a producer in pretty much all their shits. Every producer that's in the studio with them is telling them how to do it. He may not be very good at it, but there's producers in R&B music, there's producers in rock music, there's producers in other types of music that does it the whole way. In hip hop, nigga just the producer just makes the beat and the nigga just rhymes most of the time. That's the producer is the nigga that makes the beat. He is not the nigga that's actually telling people what to do, not in hip hop for the most part.
But I think that is a deficiency.
It is a deficiency. I will say that.
Especially where a lot of veterans are concerned. Because as talented as the Lox are, and as talented as Snoop is, I think they need that.
As talented as Snoop was.
I think that Snoop is still talented, but he need Dre in the lab or somebody like that to actually tell him how to do shit and focus him a little bit. You need focus in the lab. These niggas be smoking a lot, B. On that perp and all different type of shit. They need some fucking guidance in the lab. Now, nigga, put that shit down and let's get this shit done.
But you're right. Look, in popular music, I mean, you're right. All the little guys who are doing trap, there's a sound of that what trap is. It didn't matter what they said. That motherfuckers could be snoring on the track and it's still going to be lit from 15 to 18-year-olds. That's just what it is.
Oh yeah,
because of the music.
Right, because of the music.
What's being said.
Right. But as you're a veteran in a career, I believe that they need, and Lox and Snoop to me suffer from that. They needed somebody in the lab, number one, to, it's only a 4-song EP as far as the Lox go. 3 of those tracks are just
3 out of 4. Ooh, so they were just testing the waters to see if niggas actually was still checking for them. That's what they was doing.
Anyway, you can find the locks on Tidal $9.99.
I'm not even looking for it, B. Because you're off of your strength of what you just said, I'm not even looking for it.
But the thing is that once you get beyond the beat, you really hear the talent. And even with Snoop, son, once you get beyond the beat selection, Snoop got a lot of auto-tune. I mean, OT Genesis, all that shit on there. B, I'm just saying. So
and I'm not. This is not a beat up Snoop. This is just Real Talk Hip Hop Digest show. How we do. When the fuck was Snoop's last hit?
I don't know his last.
Oh, it was crickets in that motherfucker.
yeah.
And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just proving my point. Snoop fucked me up when I saw him. I was in a sneaker store, and they had all these TV screens or monitors or whatever, and a Katy Perry song came on. I saw Snoop laying on a bed. I was like, yo, it's over.
But Snoop is getting a lot of money regardless.
Yeah,
he's
that
still getting a lot
Martha
of
Stewart money.
All that Martha Stewart money and all them appearances on other people's songs, he's still getting bread, but that don't make him good. Like we always say, that don't make you good.
Now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he is. This nigga done turned into Bob Barker. He's just a fucking personality.
I'm talking about the music.
We talking about the music.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm talking about the music.
Right.
But Snoop still loves the music. Again,
he still loves the music. I think Snoop is still capable. Now, unlike the other niggas that I was saying have skills and don't use them, Snoop got skills and we know he could use them. But the nigga is fucking just, he's like you said, he needs guidance. He needs somebody to tell you, hey, B, get in the lab and let's do this like this and like that. And to me, that's everybody in the fucking hip hop period. I think they all need guidance, a producer to tell them how to do things and how to do it right. But most of these niggas either A, ain't gonna listen, or B, you just fuck it, B. Just rhyme over to B, give me my money. That's how the producers
because the hip hop producer is largely just a beat maker.
Well, don't forget the hip hop producer is a hit or miss because there's a lot of people making their own beats and standing in their closet or in their shower spitting on a microphone. So they ain't got nobody telling them what to do.
But they're not producers then. I'm not even. That's just like you saying niggas is hip hop or not hip hop music. They're not producers then. If they're just playing, if they're making music and then in their closet doing it, not saying that the music ain't good. Now the music could be fucking fire. No, not that. But I'm just saying that's you're not a damn producer then. You're just doing it for yourself. At that point.
Okay. So on that topic, and because he got a new album out, what about somebody like Crit who does both?
Crit's very nice, and I like Crit. I can't wait to hear the album.
And let me tell you something, and Crit provides the oxymoron in the fact that you got a guy like Crit who does both and does both well at a high level. And you know how this shit is, man. You got Crit out there, and if he's got any fucking millisecond of success, everybody gonna jump on it. Everybody, oh nigga, I'm making my own beats. So I mean, that's just what hip hop is.
But that started back with, that's been started though, with producer rhyming. That's been going on for a minute. Diamond D produced and rhymed, and Diamond D was very damn good at it, at both of them.
Again, let me reiterate the point. I'm just saying, when you get to a certain part in your career with this Let the Veterans In, this week shows that Snoop and the Lox and others, once they become veterans, to me, need a little bit of help in the lab, and they need to have really a real producer in the lab to break up the mistakes that they're putting out every time they put music. So let me get into the next digest. Next topic on the Hip Hop Digest is this is another. It's not really a veterans topic. It's straight off the text chain. Our boy Mr. Clever, shout to you. He put a poll up. It says, "Is Pimp C whack?" Okay. Now, hold on. As of recording time, one person said kinda, 6 people said nah, he's not whack, and 3 people said a little of both. Okay, but the main situation is our boy Philly Phil, shout out to Phil, who responded, as a Texas resident, this is from Phil, West Dallas to be exact, the questioning and talents in the regard of Pimp C and Bun B are quite ludicrous and lowers the quality of this chain. That was funny. He said a 25-year career and cosigns from massive heavyweights in hip hop should answer all concerns. Now, first of all, he didn't diss the group. He just said the late Pimp C, was he whack? Okay.
But see, let me go back a little bit because you missed some part of that.
I missed that.
Okay. You missed a part of that.
Okay.
And I'm about to go back a little bit. And yes, Average Bro, the bus is coming. I know. So Average Bro started this by saying something about Bun B.
Okay.
Hold on. Time out. Let's get it all the way right.
Wow. I'm missing.
All the way right.
Thank you. Then you take it way back before that then.
Wow, I'm missing it. I'm just going on from the poll up. But go ahead, Swerve.
Okay.
So you started from the beginning because I got in where he said something about Bun B, and I was like, "What?"
Finish, my nigga. Okay. So, at my lunch yesterday, I'm listening to Crit, and Bun B was on one of the tracks.
Okay.
And it paused me, and I was like, "How do I feel about Bun B?" And then I said, "Let me ask the group." So I put it out there, and then Mr. Clever said that should be a poll thing. I said, "Do it, son." Then Average Bro came in with that hammer.
Yeah, he did. Average Bro came in with that hammer, baby. He basically threw that Bun B under the bus off the break. And I was like, oh, okay. But then he backed it up a little bit, so I will give him props for that. He did explain himself.
Okay. So, but my thing, I want to kind of rise above it a little bit. My thing is when you have, and it's no disrespect to Bun B or Pimp C. I'm just going on the poll. But I took just a small cursory list. When you have a group and you've got two MCs, you're always gonna somehow, some way, especially in hip hop, somebody's gonna get assigned to be the heavy lifter, and somebody's gonna be assigned to light work. So in Outkast, come on, 3 Stacks. People were saying, "Oh, he's doing all the heavy lifting." As good as Big Boy is, motherfuckers are saying he's light work.
Right, but compared to his partner, that's why.
A Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
Who's doing the heavy work?
Tip. Everybody said Tip was the best, right?
You know what I'm saying? You know, who else? Naughty by Nature. Who's doing the heavy lifting?
Tretch.
Okay. In Run DMC. Who's doing the heavy lifting?
Run.
See, I always thought it was DMC, but hey,
Run.
But I'm just saying.
It was Run.
Okay. All right.
I like DMC's voice better.
All right.
DMC had a better voice.
No doubt. Little Brother. Who's doing the heavy lifting? Fonte.
Fonte. of course, Fonte's getting all that love.
But
shout out to our man.
Does that make all the rest of the people whack?
No,
I like Pimp C better than Bun B, but I don't think Bun B's whack. I just don't think he's
and that's
great.
where I go. Pimp C, I like Pimp C better than Bun B myself. Because I always liked his voice. I always like the way Pimp C rhymed.
And I was getting ready to say,
with it. I like Pimp is just so nice with this
and that
shit.
where I'm going, where you just said, but see, I thought Pimp had a better voice than Bun.
Yeah, I thought Pimp had a better voice than Bun.
But I thought Bun was a better MC. But that's just, me in hip hop, that's what I'm saying. Let's rise above it here. Let's in a group with 2 MCs here. EPMD, who's doing the heavy lifting?
Ooh, I
Eric
don't know.
or Parrish?
And that one was a tie. I think it was a tie. But even though I like Eric better.
8-Ball and MJG, who's doing the heavy lifting?
I like 8-Ball better.
8-Ball.
I like 8-Ball better.
So I'm just saying, if we can take it to Hip Hop Digest and just bring the level of discourse up just a little bit, in the UGK, I'm thinking one has a better voice. Me personally, I'm a choose Bun on the MCing, but everybody got an opinion. So and I'm sure there's plenty of groups with 2 MCs.
I eat so many shrimp, I get iodine poisoning. That's my nigga. What? Pompadours and shit.
I'm sure that the Digest chain will throw up more groups and groups that we certainly missed with just 2 MCs, not 3 MCs, but 2 MCs, and who's going to be assigned heavy lifting and who's going to be assigned light work. So shout out to all involved on the text chain. Just a wonderful resource for the show. I appreciate that. Next topic on the Hip Hop Digest is Post Malone and 21 Savage Rockstar spends a second week atop the Hot 100. There's not really comments needed for that. I'm just noting it. And we'll continue through the rest of the year, and we'll see who's where when it's available. After that, next topic on the Hip Hop Digest, Russell Simmons is developing a movie on rap legend Tila Rock.
Oh,
this is like golf clap?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It shows that Russell is actually still giving respect to the niggas that was there in the beginning.
Is he?
Wait a minute. Is he throwing it? Wait a minute. I might have jumped out there too soon.
Well, I'm just going to read the copy.
Okay.
We'll discuss that. It says, based on an article written by Joshua Berman entitled The Man Who Forgot He Was a Hip-Hop Legend, which is recently published in GQ magazine. The film will follow Tila Rock's beginnings from the Bronx of New York City through his rehabilitation and traumatic brain injury in 1994. So for the young people who are listening to the digest, let's go ahead and give a quick synopsis. Tila Rock was the first person on Def Jam Records, not LL. Tila Rock.
Actually, Tila Rock was there in the beginning. I think he was there. I think he was part of that with him and Russell and them. He was part of actually building Def Jam.
Well,
he wasn't just an artist. He helped build that shit.
Well, no, actually, it was Jazzy J.
Jazzy J. My bad. Jazzy J. That you're right.
But in any case,
thank you, historian.
DJ Jazzy J.
Thank you, historian, for getting my memories right. Yes.
But the point I'm saying is that Tila Rock was the first person on Def Jam with It's Yours. Def Jam Party Time, the first, 1984. Okay? Now, you know, when you say, did Russell, is he looking out or whatever? I don't know.
And see, now I'm going to go back.
Okay.
Because when I was clapping, I was thinking Jazzy J.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking he was doing one on Jazzy J. I was thinking he was called from a nigga that was there from the beginning. So that's what I was thinking, Jazzy J.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm glad you straightened me out.
All right, that's all good. Anyway, but back to Tila Rock. After the Def Jam single "It's Yours," he ended up on Fresh Records. Okay, being produced by Mantronics, and then later on Todd Terry. And was doing his thing, was in the underground grinding. And what happened is that he was breaking up a fight in front of his brother's building. Okay, and within breaking up the fight, they almost killed that nigga. Okay, so he was hurt badly and had a traumatic brain injury in 1994. Couldn't walk, couldn't talk, the whole thing. He had to go to a total rehabilitation and only started performing again in 2008. Wow. So now, I don't know what Russell was doing. I doubt if Russell was even worrying about Tila Rock. I know he's the first person on Def Jam. I'm not dissing Russell. I hope he makes the film, and somebody who is deserving of any type of props or guap is Tila Rock,
But let's okay, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go in.
No, go ahead.
No, let me get in. Go ahead.
We know how Russell is and how Russell has been, and my feelings on the Rush card. But in this instance, I'm gonna go ahead and look at it as a glass half full, because he ain't got to do none of that dealing with Tila Rock or none of that other stuff. But the fact that he is, I'm gonna see it as a glass half full.
And that's where I was gonna go with it, because I'm like, this nigga, everybody done forgot about Tila Rock, pretty much. Unless you old school like us, Tila Rock, who is that? So for him to bring him up in this point in time, I'm like, okay, congrats. Thank you very much, Russell, for actually even taking the time out of your busy schedule to even give Tila Rock some time.
Damn, yo.
And it's got to be for us, too, because y'all remember when I was there and our youngin, Sim City, was in the lab, and I slapped on that "It's Yours," and it didn't get no reaction.
Nah, that wasn't his generation.
But the record still slaps though. So the point of it is why I'm go ahead and give it a half full, is because Russ got to be doing this for folks like us.
He's got to be, but let me tell you something, man. It's a great story considering who he is, and like you said, when you say Tila Rock to us, that's a whole another situation. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, that his brother, it was Special K, from the Treacherous 3, and had a younger brother named Style who recorded records on no, it wasn't Fresh Records. The same label UTFO was on, Select Records.
Select.
Yes. So, I mean, he has a whole family of MCs that come from that family. It's crazy. It's a great story. So, shout out to Russell. I mean, I'm not downplaying it. I'm just,
Well, you're the show's wet blanket.
Well,
Mr. C minus, as he calls you.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Yes, sir. But this is better than the Rush card.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him props on this. Only the fact that I said he's at least thinking about it. He didn't even have to think about this shit. He's gotten so rich since Tila Rock. This nigga, he didn't have to do nothing.
That's what's up. But at least he's doing something, man. Let's hope the film really actually gets made, because that would be awesome. So that's what's up. So, all right, you know how we do at this portion of the show. It's time for the world famous Kurt G albums of the week.
All right. This week, nah,
he was ready.
I'm ready.
Oh,
He's ready. I'm ready.
Dramatic pause and shit.
I was like, oh damn! Don't tell me Egret about to throw me under the bus.
Nah.
All right, this week we got Cos, Born to Live. That's Cos, Born to Live. And we got King Ra and Bunty Beats, Back to the Essence. That's King Ra and Bunty Beats, Back to the Essence. And the instrumental joint is Jazzy Nuff, the Harlem Barber Swing. That's Jazzy Nuff, the Harlem Barber Swing.
All right, that's what's up. So, one more thing I'm going to throw in. It's not just a quick opinion. It's kind of a bonus situation at the end of the show. Who is a cat, Kurji? We talked about it on the phone. Who wrote us the letter?
You're talking about Brevard, yes, Brevard.
Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith be writing us some serious letters.
Yeah, Mr. Smith.
Shout out to you, man. You be bringing the heat.
Yeah, he's driving like a conscience in the background.
Yeah, he's a conscience of the show a little bit.
Yeah, so your boy Brevard, he wrote us a little bit of letter or whatever, and Kurtzy seems to think he was getting at us a little bit. You want to explain how he was getting at us?
I'm sorry, I'm putting words in his mouth, so I wish he could explain it for himself. Maybe he's gonna write us a letter and explain it. But I felt like he was trying to keep us back on, like we felt like we was starting to sell out a little bit, like we was actually starting to give these people my peoples and Mr. Bodak and all these other niggas too much shine on our show, which is supposed to be a hip hop show. Why are we talking about them and giving them any spotlight? And so that's how I felt like the letter was going. Maybe that's not what he meant by it, but that's how I felt like he was actually thinking that maybe these niggas is starting to sell out. Let me bring them back to reality a little bit.
Well, I'm gonna remind Mr. Smith of this is the philosophy of the show. We talk about what's wrong, but we play what's right. So I just want to remind a little bit. But shout out to him. We appreciate all the letters and the feedback that we get. No doubt about that.
Also with that, we can't ignore the commercial side of it. It's not like we are not bigging up the commercial side of it. We just can't ignore it. So there are certain things that we are going to have to discuss. But in the way we discuss it, you can clearly see that we are being, we're not 15-year-old girls running around saying, "Yo, I gotta get that new Bodak."
Right. No, we're not on the dick ride blog as our man like to call them.
Right.
So all right, that's what's good. So unless you don't have anything left over, Swerve.
No, just again. Oh shit! Yes, I do have something.
Oh shit! Don't forget, my nigga.
So much going on. What's going on with my mentals right now? I am saying that the Hip Hop Digest show, we are finally going to start putting our old shows on YouTube so people can see where we started. How, as Kurt G probably going to be cringing every time he listens to it.
Yeah, you're right. I've done some old joints and the sound quality. I actually tried to clean them joints up a little bit, so they sound a little bit better now. I cleaned them up a little bit.
Yourself,
I couldn't help myself. I couldn't. I just couldn't take it, B. So I cleaned them up a little bit. They sound a little bit better now. So sound quality's not up to par as where we are right now, but it's not bad. I cleaned them up a little bit.
Well, just when you get ready to hear some old Hip Hop Digest show, because again, we've been in this for 11 years. Just the show. We've been in hip hop forever, but we've been doing this show for 11 years, and I think that some people will enjoy some of the stuff we used to do.
Yeah, I'm starting with the first one. So I'm gonna put the very first one that demo.
Our demo
we did for XM Radio, and they fronted on us, didn't want to give us the job and shit.
Yeah, they diarrheaed on us.
Yeah, they did. They didn't want to give us the job.
You know what I'm thinking?
That's their loss.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking about, wow, this is the old shows, no doubt, but the amount of mistakes or the amount of drunkenness.
We were drunk. We were drunk champs. We were drink champs before the drink champs.
Oh, we used to be.
We were the original drink champs.
I mean, there are some shows out there that we're slurring.
B, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be dead ass honest with you, B. Some of them shows, we was dropping some words. I said, you know what? I can't put that up.
Oh yeah, we was
because we was saying some
we
dropping some shit that's not politically correct in this day and time. So
but I ain't scared though.
I ain't scared. We said it. We did say the shit. And if you got the shows from back then and you download them, you can put them out there and put us on blast. It's cool.
Yeah.
But I just decided no, don't do it.
And for you other Hip Hop Digests on YouTube, you will stop. You will stop.
Yes, it's other people up there calling themselves Hip Hop Digest. We have the original. We have the, what do you call that? Not just the copyright, but we trademarked that shit, my nigga.
We own that shit.
We own it outright. So we're gonna take that from you. So you got to drop your page, change it to something different.
touch me, I'll sue.
You can send your goons after if you want to.
So, all right, that's what's good. I guess we'll rock this next week then, right?
Yes,
We're not
sir.
gonna talk about them peoples next week, though.
Not my peoples next week. B. Hopefully my peoples don't do nothing this week.
Nigga, if the price is right, I'm out. Peace.
All right.
Peace.
One.